They almost did, and then they got bought out.
Yeah, but Bungie is still Bungie
I didn't
is
know
producing
that.
games by themselves again. So because Bungie didn't like the contract that they were under, and they had terminated their contract with Microsoft, and they're not making games for Microsoft anymore. Now Microsoft has full control over the Halo franchise.
Which is why they're releasing a game like every year now.
Yeah, but I think that was last year that they actually did that.
Alright, so the next is a iPod Touch story. Those of you who remember a couple months ago, I mentioned a homebrew control pad for the iPod Touch called the iControl Pad. So it's finally entered the mass production stage, and it looks basically like a SNES controller, but it also has 2 analog sticks on it, and then you hook it in. The only problem is one of the models comes with an internal battery that'll provide additional power to your iPhone when you need it. There's only one drawback, and that's that in order to use it, you need to jailbreak your iPhone. Not to say that that's a hard thing to do, it's just you think by now they would have yeah.
Wait, what? Okay, so you said I got DS in there, and I got iPhone and jailbreak.
Wow, someone's been paying attention.
Well, it's either I talk or I don't pay attention.
So you talk or you eat negative pizza, because that's what it looks like.
I'm not. I'm eating negative cake. No, let him finish.
Why don't you put your color like to normal color instead of like reverse color? So it's why don't you like put your color?
Don't tell me what to do.
I'm just saying. I'm just making a suggestion.
Okay, next news.
Saying it for Justin. Okay.
Masumi Electric has a new chip that came out. It's supposed to boost the image quality of cheap TVs, and it actually looks like it's working. It's placed on the image processor of the scalar chip, so it boosts the color, white balance, and sharpness of pictures automatically. They plan to start shipping the first chip to China and Taiwan-based makers of inexpensive TVs, LCD TVs by the end of the year. So you can get better quality on your crappier LCD TVs. Next news story. Hang on, I'm actually gonna... Everyone needs to be quiet because I'm gonna pull up the sound file for it. Sorry. It's not like it's anything loud. I'm gonna be quiet in a couple seconds, so...
Dead air!
Is my video okay now, Jaden? For the Justin? Is it okay for the Justin now?
Is an enemy that can build weapons even out of garbage.
Something as simple as a soldier may have thrown out because their Sony PlayStation was broken can be used as an initiator device.
The U.S. troops adopt Afghan tactics, using everything at hand to bring the captured weapons back to base. In this case, that means camels, even one for a camera-shy soldier who tore a ligament. Perhaps the first camel casualty evacuation in U.S. military history. 24 hours of marching and standing guard with no sleep is made easier by a sense, for today, of a victory.
Every time that we can take some of this out of the enemy's hands, it allows
Alright. So they used a PS2 controller for a detonator. For a bomb. Damn you, Taliban.
Wait, what? Wait, I thought you were gonna say they threw... Oh, wait, for a second I thought you were gonna talk about, like, them... Like a soldier, like, taking their PS3 and... Like, with the recent clock bug that made it inoperable for 24 hours, I thought they were gonna end up saying, fuck this, let's use it as an explosive or something. PS3 doesn't work anymore, let's blow it up.
You know, someone threw a PlayStation controller away, and then the Taliban took it and used it as a remote detonator for a bomb.
It was funny. Like it was funny during that PSN now, just to go and see everybody on Twitter freaking out about it.
And this is why we pay for our online, I hope.
Actually, that was from Fox News.
On Xbox 360. Jaded, by the way, you don't have to worry about your stupid video anymore, even though this is an audio podcast, because I made the room not colored. So we're okay now.
Okay, next news story. This one I actually showed you, Gold. So, this is a cat hammock concept.
Uh-huh.
A what?
What?
It is a glass table.
Have sex from?
It is a glass coffee table that has a hammock on the bottom for your cat.
Yeah!
It has a hammock on the bottom for your pussy.
Saying it all.
Oh God.
Sorry, that had to
Stop giving
be.
ideas. Stop
That
giving
had to be.
ideas. Next story.
That had to be said. I'm
Okay.
sorry, but that had to be said.
This one is a interesting MP3 player for your bathtub.
Alright, woo! Keep the news stories going. You're gonna get her aroused.
A Japanese company called Idea Label has designed the Music Planet, a portable ball-shaped MP3 player that you can take with you to the bathtub. It is IPX7 certified, meaning it can withstand immersion in water from a depth of up to 1 meter for 30 minutes. It also has a radio tuner and supports SD, SDHC cards, and it has a USB port. So it's already actually on sale at their Japanese website for $120.
Brings the new meaning
And
to
it's
having
Japan
sex in the
only.
shower.
So you can be floating and listening to your tunes at the same time.
So you can have sex and listen to your tunes at the same time.
Oh God.
You know what? You guys, I don't know. New listeners don't realize what "oh God" means. Like, they get jaded. If we could just put another overlay up there on the video stream, just as a bonus to the live listeners, and just like make a little cheat sheet and save it to the Webcam Max overlays, because we need a cheat sheet on what "oh God" means and what means, and we need to know what all those mean in J Rockstar speak. So it's just add another overlay right to the right of the "it's jaded." And we have just enough room there to put two phrases, and
So you're
then
trying
we'll
to
still we'll rent out space on the left. We'll say sponsored by whatever. You guys can rent out that space on the left. No, okay, go ahead. No
Next
data.
story. Shut up. This one,
Maybe
Apple
it's just a TV if they're listening through the audio stream, because there's a lot of bonuses there. Oh shit! I'm so sorry. This chat in the other chat room. Okay, go ahead.
No, you can read the chat, seeing as I don't have it pulled up right now.
Oh, you fucker! You yelled at me for interrupting you. Next news story, and you didn't even have
I'm in
it ready,
between
you
news stories.
asshole!
I'm in between news stories, so go ahead and say we were gonna read the chat. We need to get we need to get.
Oh, that's okay. Misty, fuck that. Misty's just talking about Amtrak.
Oh, okay. Apple threatened someone with legal action for selling a broken step from their New York flagship store on eBay.
We have a lot of Apple, PS3, and PC news tonight.
Yes, we do. I'm kind of happy. Of course, I'm not even halfway done with my news story, which probably means we're gonna have to put a speedrun news in the second half.
Awesome.
Damn.
Speedrun news, guys.
All right, so this guy.
Sponsored by V. Richter.
Okay, a year and a half ago, this guy was an Apple employee at the Fifth Ave flagship store. In that time, there was a silly, unfortunate accident. A woman came down the magnificent spiral steps and dropped a Snapple bottle. After bouncing once or twice, this bottle severely cracked one of the steps. Since these steps are so well engineered, the structural integrity of the step wasn't compromised. It was certainly a cosmetic problem. Later that month, 4 or 5 very big men came to replace the step with a new one. After they were finished and the steps were replaced, were out on the curb. I left the store. Off the clock and in civilian clothes, I asked the contractors who were there on behalf of Steel, the manufacturer, if I could have a step. Could be a collectible someday, I said. They, of course, saw no problem with it and even collectively helped me lift it into a vehicle. That's how he came in possession of a step from the spiral staircase at the Apple Fifth Avenue store. Fast forward to February 20th. He was cleaning up his apartment, and he decided to put the step up on eBay to see if anyone wanted it, because he had moved 3 times already. So the next day, the eBay posting got a lot of press and ended up on Gizmodo, which is where this news story I'm getting this from. 24 hours later, the store was up to 255, dozens of eBay questions, and 200-plus watchers with 9 days to go on the auction. Things were looking good until I was reached out by a Steel VP. The gentleman informed me that Apple had caught wind of this and was quite unhappy. He requested I remove the eBay listing so that he may work this out when we both have more time. So he removed it. Another day, they spoke again. The Steel guy assured him that he was doing a favor by reaching out to me requesting I remove the posting. He repeatedly made the point that if I complied, he would be so kind as to email Apple and tell him I had been cooperative. So he passed on the offer. Then the VP threatened him with thousands of dollars in legal fees because Steel and Apple would not hesitate to take legal action for a step.
Hang on. Okay. There's so many holes in that story.
Hang on.
I'll give it the benefit of the doubt, but maybe I should do a little devil's advocate on that.
I was just doing a summary of your article and putting the link in private chat.
All right. I actually read it, so I actually am quite familiar.
So then how about you do your take on it?
So anyway, no, sorry for the dead air.
Okay, go.
Okay, sorry. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm focused there. All right. Fuck! I had a brain fart. What were you talking about?
The glass apple stairs.
Oh no! There's lots of holes in that story because I think there's lots of holes in the story because okay, I can do it this time. There's lots of holes in that story because, first of all, you don't even know if the person that was making legal threats was actually associated with Apple. Second of all, you don't know if if you know it was really right for the person to take the step. And what was the third one? There is no third one. Okay, let's just go with the first two. First of all, how do you know that it was okay and legal for him to take the step? How do you know it was legal that person wasn't breaking the law by taking that step?
It's trash. It was in the trash. I mean,
who helped out? Who helped lift the thing into the thing that was formerly Apple's product? Who was the one that helped out? It wasn't an Apple Store employee.
No, it wasn't an Apple Store employee. It was the people who removed the step from the... Oh, okay, I know what you mean now. Yeah.
And second of all, how do you know that the person that was representing Apple that said, "Oh, take that step off of eBay," was actually associated with Apple? They said, "Oh, we should settle this. You should take it off eBay and let Apple and you settle it." How do you know that person was genuine? Because from what I read of that article source, it was just somebody that claimed to be somebody associated with Apple. I don't know if they actually confirmed it, but as of that article being written, that was a random person that claimed to be from Apple. That's a big difference. And another thing is, even if it was legally allowed somehow, and there was some approval done, and those two people were associated with Apple, or at least especially the part where the person stole the step. I understand what they were doing; they were dump picking, but technically it was still the property. If you want to look at it from a point of law view, So